Hey guys! Okay, so as most of you know, I'm like a huge fan of Paramore. Never really felt like this sad, I guess. Never really felt like this sad, I guess, over something so stupid as a band kind of splitting up, you know. But it, for some reason, this band has just like done so much to me that like I don't know if you can tell, but it like makes me cry. Like seriously, like it. I don't know. It's just hard to see one of my favorite drummers, who's been an inspiration to me, um, leave a band that I love so much, and then to see Josh Farrell leave, a very inventive guitarist for Paramore, and such a strong influence in like lyrics and music in general for Paramore and everything, and it's just hard to see them leave. So I just had to get out how I felt about this and kind of what I've gotten from what I've seen and heard. So I've watched the MTV interview with Paramore, and so basically I've heard the band now, Paramore, their side of the story, and then I've read Josh's blog and watched his video and heard his wife's side and everything, so this is kind of just more what I've gotten from it. I think most of their problem isn't their problem. I think it's really just more the record label, and as Haley said, it's basically business, and I hate when business gets in the way of stuff, especially music. I hate it when personal lives and business and all of that stuff get in the way of music. I know music is a business, but I always feel like the business side of it should be separated from the actual music. But yet, obviously, that's not very possible. And it's hard when you are with a big label like Atlantic, and they obviously want you to do so much and change so much. Like I was reading Josh's blog, and he said that they were about to basically kick out the whole band and again make it Haley, because that's what they've always wanted. And but then Haley showed them that some stuff that Josh had written, and showed them like that they were a band and that they're only good as a band, and so it was kind of like a redeeming thing. And that's where I don't think, because I really do feel, from what I've seen, of course I'm obviously not in the band and I obviously haven't been with them the whole time, but from what I've seen, I really have felt like Haley has fought for the band. I think it was again, this is just from reading and listening to all of the videos and everything like that, but I feel like it was more, they started young, and her parents were probably either, one, didn't want her to be with a bunch of guys on the road, or two, just really felt so strongly that their little girl was such a good singer that she needed to be by herself and make her name for herself, you know? And so I kind of feel like it was partially her parents who would kind of build up the fact that she was better than them, I guess. Which doesn't necessarily mean that it was Haley who thought that. And I kind of feel like people need to understand that it wasn't Haley who thought that she needed to go solo. It was basically her parents and the record label and everybody else. But she obviously fought for the band. Even after all of this, she's still going to stay with the band. Hearing both sides, that it wasn't necessarily her fault. It was everybody else that was contributing to this, you know? Like, I think the Pharaohs just kind of got the feeling that that Haley wanted all of this when it was really everybody else yabbering in their ear, you know? And I agree with Haley if they're not going to be happy on the road or making music with them, then it is better that they leave. But I think it's going to be really hard to replace somebody like Zach on drums and Josh on guitar, because I mean, I think it would be hard to replace any of them honestly, because they're all like, they are Paramore. It's not, oh, Hayley Williams is Paramore, or Josh Farrow is Paramore, or it was that is Paramore. Like, all of them are Paramore. And I don't think, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this next. I mean, hearing the song In the Morning that Hayley and Taylor wrote together, it still kind of has the melodic Paramore tone, but I don't know how I'm gonna feel about hearing a drummer on a song like that, or another guitarist on a song like it's just not going to be the same. I kind of feel like it's going to be like because they've gone through so many changes with who's in the band anyways. I kind of feel like, okay, so the Pharaohs are going to leave, and then they're going to bring two more people, and then Taylor's going to leave, and they're going to bring on another guitarist, and then Hayley's going to go do her solo album, and so they'll bring in a different singer, and then Jeremy's going to be like, well, this isn't Paramore anymore, and so he leaves, and they bring in a new bassist, but then that band is still going to be called Paramore, but it's not really going to be Paramore, you know? And so that's kind of how I feel like this is going to end up, and I think that's what really scares me, is I just don't want it to be a completely different band. But obviously, I still love Paramore, and I'm really going to try and put all of this aside when I hear the next album and just listen for the music, because that is really what it's all about. It's not about all of their personal issues, because, again, that's personal. They need to just deal with that on their... Like, okay, it is all about the music, and I mean, as long as the music's still there and their heart is still in it, I think it's okay. Like, I think it'll be okay. Anyways, I just had to get some of my feelings out about this. I still love Paramore as a band, and I still wish them well. I'm looking forward to hearing the rest of their songs and to seeing how they do this next year. And I really hope that Josh and Zach can figure out exactly what they want to do and how they want to go about everything, but I really just had to get out my feelings on the situation. Honestly, I secretly hope that Josh and Zach start another band. I just wish them all well, and I guess I just had to get my feelings out so I wouldn't be so sad every time I saw Paramore come on my iPod or anything online about it. Okay, sorry for wasting your time. Yeah, alright, bye. In the morning I'll rise. In the morning I'll lay you die. In the morning all my world